it going, guys? Jake here. Welcome back to Dude Ranch DIY. I just got back from work and I found sitting on the front step this box. I'll show you here. If you can't tell by the tape, it's from Rugged Made, the makers of my log splitter. So I got a little goodie here and I figured I'd do a little unboxing. So they've been out of this for quite a while, ever since I bought the splitter, and I just got a little notification on Amazon the other day saying that it was back in stock. So I immediately made the purchase. But let's see what we got here. Oh yeah, here it is. My new 6-way wedge. This will be great. I've been wanting one of these for a while, and I thought about making one, but honestly, for the price that they charge for one of these things, I don't think I could really make one any better. So let's see how it fits. Slide off the old 4-way, in with the 6-way. Boom. Look at that, like a glove. That's great. Very cool. Let's see how it works. Okay, so I think we're gonna try out the new 6-way wedge on some of this here hickory. This stuff right down in front of me. I don't know if it's exactly the right size. It's gonna take a little getting used to and testing out to see what size diameter works best with the 6-way. It definitely sits up a little bit higher than the old 4-way. So it makes room for a little bit larger of logs, but I'm really trying to get all of this wood here out of the way first and split that stuff second, because I don't know if you've seen in the background, but I picked myself up a used Shelter Logic, and this will be the second one on the property. The first one I believe is 10 by 15 or 8 by 15 or something like that, and this one is a full 12 by 20 with 2 doors on it, and I'm thinking it's gonna go somewhere right about here. I'll probably end up taking down this dead cedar and plopping it in between those 2 small shagbark hickory trees, and that's gonna be a place to keep the snowplow and some of the tractor implements and stuff like that, maybe an ATV or a lawnmower or two during the warmer months. But I really want to get all this wood and the brush pile that was here out of here. That way I can get to setting it up and leveling out the ground and getting some gravel before the winter time comes. Okay, so I got all that maple split up. I think I said it was hickory before, but it's definitely maple, seeing it now. And I used the 6-way for all of it, and I don't know really what to think. I think that stuff was a little bit too big for it. It was also pretty knotty, so a couple pieces got stuck on it and I had to peel them off and then spit them around again. But first impressions of the 6-way are that it's definitely useful for certain applications. I don't think it's good for all types of wood and all sizes of wood. It's definitely gonna have to be a trial and error kind of thing. I'm thinking that I might go get a tape measure and actually measure the dimensions of it to see what I think might be a more ideal size. I'm thinking that maybe some of this ash back here, and I think there's an oak log or two, might be a little bit more ideal size. It's kind of smaller diameter and might go right through the 6-way in one shot. None of those pieces that I just put through went straight through into 6 perfect pieces. They were all either a little small or most of the time much too big, and I just split them down again and again. I do like how this wedge sits up a little bit higher. That way, because the Rugged Made splitter does not have a hydraulic wedge lift, you can't, automatically move it up and down. I like that sits up a little bit higher. That way, when you do have a piece that just needs to be split down once again, you can run it through and get 2 pieces instead of putting it into like 3 or 1 big piece and 1 little scrap. So that's a plus of it. I'm gonna go run and get that tape measure, probably cut up some of these smaller pieces and push them through and see how it does. But before I go and get that tape measure, I got a small little brush pile here with some odds and ends, some sticks and stuff that's sitting right in front of this wood that I want to cut up. So I think I'm going to use the Wicked grapple, and that should make pretty quick work of picking this stuff up and moving it over into the brush pile over here that one day I'm hoping will burn. Okay, so I just went and got the tape measure. So let's take a look and see what the dimensions are of this thing. From the base to the top, it's just about 12 inches. From wing to wing, it's just about 11 inches. And across diagonally, it's just about 13 inches. So if I had to guess, based on all those dimensions, I'd say probably about a 16-inch log would be just about perfect to be able to push through and get 6 even pieces in one single push. So let's see if we can find something here in the wood yard that's about, I don't know, 13 to 16 inches in diameter. Okay, so I just found this nice ash log that's sitting here. It's pretty close to the splitter. So I think, let's give it a measure. I think it should be just about what we're looking for. Yeah, so that's about, I don't know if you can see that, but about 15 inches. So I think with the dimensions that we just took on the 6-way wedge, I think 15, somewhere in that range, should be just about perfect to push through once and get 6 nice sized firewood pieces. So let's see what we got. Okay, so now that we got what I think might be about the perfect size for the 6-way wedge, I'm gonna push some of these ash rounds onto the log lift arm and send them through the splitter and see how it does. Okay, so first impressions of the 6-way wedge are pretty good. It didn't work out exactly as I had hoped. I mentioned before I was hoping I could find a nice size diameter to just push through and make 6 nice firewood pieces in one push, but that's not exactly the case. However, I do think that it worked out pretty well for some of those last ash rounds that I used. It split them into 6 nice big firewood chunks. Then I was able to send all those through 1 or maybe 2 more times, depending on how big I wanted to split them, and it made it a lot easier instead of using the 4-way or just the 2-way to split it up into quarters or 1/6 and then, you know, push it through again. But overall, I think it was good. I'm gonna have to get a little more face time and seat time with it using it, but I think all in all, it'll be a positive addition to the Dude Ranch here and the wood splitting operation. So if you like this kind of stuff, then please hit that like button and subscribe. If you got any questions, put them in the comments section below. I'd love to hear anybody's input on, you know, ideal perfect sizes to use with a 6-way wedge, or how you see the 6-way wedge as being really valuable. I'd love to hear that kind of stuff. But until next time, this is Jake at Dude Ranch DIY. Thanks for watching.